You are listening to the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. Right now, you are listening to Streaming Verse with Chris and Nina. We got Oat Milk by DJ Double Dip playing, which is streaming on Spotify. No, it's not streaming on Spotify. SoundCloud. Don't know why I get those confused.
And you can watch us right now on YouTube Live. Go to YouTube and look for Harper Radio video, and you will find us. And join the chat.
It's always a fun place to be.
I enjoyed it last week. I couldn't come in the studio, but I was having a fun time at home in my living room chatting. I feel like I know Mars more now.
Yep. I don't think they'll be here tonight. They're working, so they won't be in the chat.
Talk to myself. I'm looking forward to having her in studio next week.
I know it's going to be very fun.
Them.
Yes.
You did make me feel better, though, when you mentioned that they have their own issue keeping up with their own pronouns.
Yeah.
So I'm not like...
No.
I'm trying, but I'm not nervous. I'm not,
Yeah.
no anxiety.
No. Exactly. That's the way it should be. They do have trouble keeping up with their own pronouns. So, yes.
I still like, hey, you.
Yeah. 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 Dude as like a gender neutral,
Yeah.
just...
Yes. Dude.
I do it when I'm teaching little kids. I'm like, dude, move over.
So do I.
Yeah.
I do the same thing in the swim lessons. Dude, what are you doing? You're
Yeah.
hitting me in the face. And the vampire cough, because I've been sick for 2 weeks now.
Yes.
And it's because these little kids are germ monsters.
Mhm.
And I keep going, vampire cough, vampire sneeze.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, they're horrible.
And they don't listen.
They're cute and adorable, but they're germ monsters.
True. All right, so we're just going to start with our intro, what we've been watching. Chris, would you like to go first?
Sure. I have been watching a lot of fun stuff. I'm actually going to dive into one thing first, because even though it has nothing to do with our show, Licorice Pizza.
Okay.
Have you...
I have not seen it yet, but it's the Hyam sisters. I believe I'm saying that right.
That's what I believe, too. Yeah.
Yes. And
Is it Haim or Hyam?
I think it's Hyam.
Okay.
Because I said Haim for a long time, and I can't remember who was like, no, you're saying it wrong. And I was like, sorry.
Okay.
Because they toured with Taylor Swift on one of her tours, so I got to see them live, and they were amazing.
Yeah. And it's like her whole family's in it. Her dad, like, they're...
Really?
In the movie, the family unit is her real family unit.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But I wanted to bring it up because everyone needs to see this movie.
I want to see it so bad.
It was amazing, and there was this boy in it. He plays Gary Valentine, and I've never seen this actor before, so I looked him up. His name is Cooper Hoffman.
Mm-hmm.
He's Philip Seymour Hoffman's son. Do you know who Philip Seymour Hoffman is?
Sorry.
Talk to your brother.
He's probably yelling at me at the TV right now.
But, and he did pass away a few years ago. He was in a ton of movies. If you look him up, you probably have seen him.
Philip Seymour?
Yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman. He actually died of a heroin overdose several years ago. Anyway, so this is his son who's in it, and he was amazing. Like, I just left the theater going, I want to see him do more. And it was the first thing he's ever done. And so far, when I checked IMDb, there was nothing else he had done. So it has nothing to do with streaming first, but it's awesome, and everyone should watch it because it's so good.
I have a funny thing about that, because my brother was supposed to see it with someone, like, tomorrow. But then they got sick, so they were like, no. And then my brother was like, that's okay, I'll go see it with my boys, like, today. And I was mad initially, here I go again, because I was like, I want to go see it. It's the Hyam sisters. I want to go see it. And he was like, oh, sorry. And I was like, rude. And then he said he was going with the boys. And I was like, can I come? And he was like, yeah, you can come. I'm sure they wouldn't mind. And I was like, but then they didn't end up going.
Right.
So now he's like, maybe I'll go see it with the boys tomorrow if you want to come. I'm like,
Why do you have to say with the boys? Can we all be inclusive in our comment? Just go, hey,
yeah.
I'm going to probably go see it with some friends if you want to come along.
Oh, it's it's the boys.
It's the boys.
With that. They're crazy.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so I have a couple things. I just remembered the name of the app, so I don't have to open my phone, which is very nice. Couple things I've been watching. All of them except for one is a rewatch because, it's like the week of the holidays. A lot's been going on. I don't know.
Familiarity is a good thing during the holidays.
Yeah, exactly. And so, like the Christmas classics that you watch, like The Grinch, Christmas Vacation, Happiest Season, which is streaming on Hulu. And if you have not seen it yet, you need to go watch it right now.
Happiest Season?
Yes. It's a Hulu original, and it's with Kristen Stewart and Aubrey Plaza. And it's very gay. And
I'm only in at this point because of Aubrey Plaza, because you know how I feel about Kristen.
Yes. No, but...
So.
Okay, yeah, fair. And, and there's more people in it that my mind is not thinking about, but it's really, really good. I rewatched it yesterday with Mars, and then I think I watched it with my family around Christmas time. I've also been rewatching Jessica Jones and Daredevil. No spoilers for said movie that is not streaming yet. I was thinking about it, but I'm like, no. Jessica Jones, it's only 3 seasons, but I tend to put it on every night. And it's one of those shows that even though I've seen it a million times, I will stay up watching it.
Yeah.
And it's...
I've seen it. I actually like it. I've seen Jessica Jones.
I love Jessica Jones. And then I rewatched Luca, which is the Disney, which it's so cute. I love it. And then actually just before I came here, I watched the first episode of the Book of Boba Fett, which is the thing kind of replacing The Mandalorian, which takes place after The Mandalorian. My brother explained most of the things going on to me. But real quick, the app that I wanted to talk about, I finally found, in my mind I had this idea. I was like, this would be the perfect app, and I found it.
Okay, ready.
Okay, it's called Likewise. And it's basically, there's no rating system, but you can make lists, and it's kind of like what you'd recommend to your friends. But not only does it include TV shows, and movies, it also includes books and podcasts.
Oh, that's so all of your media in the same
spot.
So
all of it.
So it's called Likewise?
Likewise.
That sounds good.
Yeah, so I found it, fell in love with it. That's about it.
Check it out.
Yes.
I got a couple more things I'll shove in here real quick because I'm noticing what time
yes.
it is. So I finally bought the bullet and downloaded AMC Plus because it's 99 cents if you do it by yesterday, or maybe it's today. So for 99 cents, you can get it for 2 months, like 99 cents each month.
Oh, wow.
And Silent Night was on there. So it's kind of a scary Christmas movie.
Sounds right up my alley.
Yes.
I'm gonna write that down.
And it was really good. I really enjoyed it. What's the girl who is in the Pirates movies?
Elizabeth Turner.
No. Yeah.
I don't know her name.
She's in it. And so was that little boy from Jojo Rabbit. Actually, so are his siblings. So, and he was really good. But I really enjoyed it. So Silent Night, which is on AMC Plus, so I was checking that one out and really enjoyed it. And then I have to give a shout out because I was so thrilled. The Matrix was on, of course, HBO Max, and I couldn't go to the movies. I wanted to go see movies over Christmas and couldn't do it. I actually just saw Licorice Pizza yesterday, but I watched The Matrix at home. There are 9 actors from Sense8 who are in the Matrix movie, and it made me so giddy. And I even posted like on our Twitter page, like, who else is watching The Matrix for the Sense8 reunion? And there's actually been some articles written about how many, because it's the same director and writer.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
And I could talk about Sense8 forever. Sense8 is my go-to.
Yes.
Love the show.
Yes.
So, in fact, have you ever tried to watch it?
No. I'm writing it down.
I think it may be more up your alley than you realize.
Okay.
So, we'll, no pressure, but
I'm writing it
it
down.
might be.
All right. We're going to take a quick break for some promos and PSAs, and we will be right back.
It's time for today's STEM tip. Okay, you know recycling is important. No one wants plastic in the ocean. Here's a cool way to repurpose a plastic bottle. Build an awesome terrarium. Cut a large plastic bottle in half and fill the base with sand, pebbles, potting soil, and your favorite plant. I chose an African violet. Put the top of the bottle over your base and place it in the sun. Your plant will grow sealed in its own ecosystem. Fun, right? Learn more at She Can STEM. A message from the ad count.
Yo, puppy! Hey, welcome back. You like music, news, and talk your way? You might want to stop by the corner store with DJ Moxo, the shopkeeper, 10 a.m. to noon on WHCM 88.3 FM. Every Friday, we're here for you in the corner store. We got music, requests, BLTs, got news with Mary Renner, we got guests, we got jokes for the folks, we got custom orders at your lunch hour, anything you might need to get you through the rest of your week. Anytime you're in the neighborhood, you're stopping by the corner store with DJ Moxo, 10 a.m. to noon on WHCM 88.3 FM.
All right. Just a quick reminder, the thoughts and ideas presented on this show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees.
So, I have a little PSA
Ooh, yeah.
that I wanted to share. When I was running around trying to find out if I had COVID, because I was so sick,
Yeah.
I did not. Just, for everyone who's listened, nope, no COVID at this point. But I ended up coming to Harper because it was I knew there wouldn't be a lot of lines.
Mhm.
All the rapid tests were gone. It's crazy out there right now trying to get a test.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure everyone knew, who might be listening, that currently the testing location here on campus has moved to Building M, room M 2012.
Okay.
And normal testing times will resume on Monday, January 3rd. Tomorrow, if you need a COVID test, that would be December 31st. Testing is available in Building M from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then, like I mentioned, next week it's going back to the normal hours, but out of Building A, it's the testing's in Building M now.
Got it.
Just thought I'd share that, since I had to
Great.
live the horribleness of trying to get tested and find out what was going on. It's horrible because you feel awful and you're running around trying to
Yeah.
get this test. And I mean, I'm navigating everything on my own, and it's just like I hung up on somebody at one point
Yeah.
because I made I thought I had strep because I
Okay.
very bizarre for strep, and I'll go real quick, but I think this is something everyone can relate to with everything going on. So I made an appointment at the Minute Clinic because that's what my insurance covers.
Mm-hmm.
So I made the appointment for saying think I had strep, and I understand most of the symptoms are very common.
Mm-hmm.
They called me and said, yeah, you can't come in until you get a COVID test. And then trying to find a rapid COVID test became this other nightmare.
Yeah.
So then I called trying to talk to somebody to see where I had to take the test,
Mm-hmm.
couldn't get them. I just was like, I don't want to talk anymore. I just want this to be over.
Right. Oh my
So I
God.
feel for everyone who is sick, not feeling well, and even more so if you actually have COVID, because that's a whole nother layer you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Although the quarantine time is lessened. It's only 5 days now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess the viral load isn't as strong to pass it on. Kind of
Okay.
like me being in here right now with my cold. I'm 1,000% better. 'Cause
Right.
I cough? Sure. But
Yeah.
I'm so much better now. Like,
Right.
it's either allergies or there's nothing left.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right, so we want to talk about how I finally watched Hawkeye.
Okay. I should have brought my Edith glasses for this. Do you even know what Edith?
No.
It's a Spider-Man, Iron Man thing, but I got them for Christmas, and I
Oh, that's so cool.
was really excited about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Maybe you can wear them like some other time.
I'll wear them next week
Just
just
for
for
fun?
fun.
Right.
Just not that we're talking about anything to do with anything, but just because why not?
Why not? Yeah. So I did what my friend suggested, and before I watched the last 2 episodes, I watched Black Widow. I'm in love with
Yelena?
Yelena.
I love her so much.
I don't like them. One of the things that detracts me from Marvel movies is when they get too much in the CGI, too much in the fighting scenes, because I don't care. Like
Fair.
when they do the whole big New York fight scene, I do not care. Yelena was so funny, so hilarious. I was just watching her hair to see what the style would be the next time she came in.
Yes.
So that was awesome. And I also like the tie-in with Hawkeye. And we're going to get into spoilers today. It's been over a week. If you haven't seen it, that's on you. How they did the blip. How they made it, how they showed how she came back. Like, the thought process of someone who went through it, I thought was awesome.
Yes. Have you seen any other Marvel movies?
Now I cannot name them. But at one point I was probably up to date.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? But some of the, like, I haven't seen the shows is probably where I'm missing stuff. So I've not seen Loki. Is there another show besides Hawkeye?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen them.
WandaVision?
Oh, that's right. WandaVision. Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Nope.
Oh!
So I've seen none of the series except for Hawkeye now.
Yes.
And I would say I've seen 90% of the movies. So it's just
Okay.
It's just a couple of them. Like, I hadn't seen Black Widow, so now my list is higher, because I've seen Black Widow now.
Yeah.
I just get tired of it. Although I do enjoy the humor in it.
Yeah.
Like, someone on Facebook was looking for things to watch, and I'm like, I suggest Hawkeye and Black Widow just because of the humor.
Yeah,
that
they're
goes along
really
with
funny.
it. And that's what pushed me over the top. Plus, the Christmas music in Hawkeye, I thought was so awesome, the way they played it.
I believe it's like the 3rd episode, maybe, when they're in the car chase and it's Carol of the Bells. My favorite. My favorite. Yeah, so I think quarantine, because I used to not care about Marvel. I was like, Marvel's stupid, which it was shameful, really.
You've done a 180.
I've completely, because now I'm obsessed with it, and Natasha Romanoff was always my favorite, obviously, and so Yelena is freaking hilarious. I love her, and I really like Kate Bishop now.
Who's Kate Bishop? I just don't know.
You
the names.
watched Hawkeye?
No, Kate. Oh yes. I'm not good with names.
That's okay. I'm not either,
yeah.
but like I obsess over them.
Yeah, I like her. She grew on me towards the end. I like that actress, but
Haley
she
Steinfeld,
seems to play the same person all the time, which I find a little grating.
Yeah.
Kind of like for a long time, like Julia Roberts was just the same character in every movie she did, and that actress who was it The Edge of 16? She was in?
Yes, Haley Steinfeld. Yeah, Edge of 16.
And she was kind of the same, talking about blah 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 blah, and it's just like, okay,
we get it.
Can you throw something else in there?
Right.
But she was good. I mean, and I did like her. Yeah. No, I thought it was good.
Yeah, the braids, completely jumping from Kate Bishop, the braids. Natasha always had a different braid in.
Yeah.
And Yelena always, oh my gosh, the party sequence, and when she's in the I had to look up a tutorial, and I was like, Mom, you want to braid my hair?
No, I need to know, are there any extensions in that? Or
the tutorial I watched,
you could do it with your own hair. Like, if
yes,
it's long enough.
but this girl had like goddess hair. It was like down to her butt. It was like wavy. It was like perfect. I was like, what? And I had really long hair, but I cut it, so I can't do the Yelena braid. It makes me really sad.
Those braids, every time like you said, at the party scene, I'm like, I like that braid. How did they do? Like, I'm paying just as much attention to that as like the fight scenes. Like, the braid to me and fight scenes are equal.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, look at that braid.
Yeah.
I liked her, and I did do some reading, and it looks as though they might be bringing her as the Black Widow now.
Yes.
Which I think will be awesome.
Yes.
because she's going to give them all crap, which makes me super happy.
Oh yeah. Which sorry, go ahead.
No, and I was gonna say I like the parents too, from Black Widow.
Oh my gosh.
With no sense of humor whatsoever.
Melina. And Alexi.
Who thinks he is all that. And
Yeah.
everyone's like, no, you're not.
Yeah. Yeah, there's rumors that they are going to appear in future MCU films as well, which should be interesting. But yeah, Black Widow was my favorite. But if you look at the other Marvel movies, Natasha Romanoff as the Black Widow really gave everyone crap too.
Yeah, but more subdued, I would.
It was more, she didn't say much really, but it
Right.
was more kind of just like when she would, it would be like,
Yeah, I would agree with that.
and so it was always funny to me. But Yelena is more,
yeah. In your face.
and I love it.
It's awesome. It was truly awesome. I really enjoyed her.
So funny.
being that
Even
way.
even the fight sequence between her and Kate, I think in the last episode, and they're like complimenting each other even though they're fighting each other. They're like, "Oh, that was a nice move." Oh, yeah. So funny.
I was really hoping that there would be an ending where they went out for a drink afterwards.
I was too. But I really think that they're going to be like besties.
Yeah.
Because I did do some reading online about this, because in one of the first episodes, Kate Bishop was like, "What was your favorite, like what's the best shot you've ever taken?" to Clint. And he's like, "Well, the shot I didn't take, because he was sent to kill Natasha Romanoff. That's how they met. That's how she became an Avenger."
Oh, okay.
So then, when they met Yelena on the rooftop, Kate was ready to shoot her
Yes.
and didn't.
Yes.
So then people are like, they're gonna be besties, and it's gonna be like, what's the best shot you've ever taken? The shot I didn't take.
That makes sense, because I remember, and she just shook her head.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I had no idea who she was yet, because at that point I hadn't seen Black Widow, and that's when my friend was like, "You have to watch Black Widow before you watch any more."
Yes. Yes, you do.
And I did. I'm now caught up with Black Widow. Now I just need to watch WandaVision. So, and
I
I'm
cannot-
guessing that would be your recommendation.
That would, well,
for me.
yes. The amount of times I have watched WandaVision is overwhelming. For Christmas, I asked for, they had online exclusive WandaVision Build-A-Bears. And I was like, I really wanted them, and I got
They
them.
still have Build-A-Bears? I didn't
Yes!
know.
But these were online exclusive, Chris, so they were, you know.
So do you just get a box with every little part of it then?
No, they come stuffed and everything.
Oh, so you don't build it.
No,
They
no.
build- Okay.
So I got a WandaVision book, I got WandaVision stickers,
Wow.
I got the crown, which you have no idea, and the
No,
wedding
I will, I'm
rings,
guessing.
and the necklace, but you will.
I will.
I'm obsessed with WandaVision. It's bad.
Yes, but so that's what I need to watch next. So there, yeah, you were right.
Yeah.
We could definitely talk about Marvel for 15 minutes, no problems whatsoever.
I could keep going. What else should you watch next? Okay.
What about Loki?
I think that's a little too... Okay, I'm not saying this in the way that it is perceived that I am saying this.
Okay.
It's gonna sound bad no matter how I say it, so I'm just gonna say it.
Just spew it out.
I think that's a little complicated for where you're at with the Marvel Universe right now. Because, hear me out, it deals with the timeline.
Oh yeah, that timeline
And it's
is
confusing.
So confusing. That
And
timeline
it's
is all over the
messed
place.
up. So I'm not saying anything about you. I'm just saying, like, the show was very confusing for me to understand, and I've
Gotcha.
seen everything. Although it is a great show, and Owen Wilson is amazing in it.
I have a simple little mind. It's too complicated. No, that timeline is just
Not what I'm saying.
is insane though.
It is.
Especially with the blip. That's what it's called. Right?
Yes.
The blip, and it's like, why are we calling something so catastrophic on our universe a blip.
Yeah, and it messes with every character's age too, because that was 5 years. So Yelena is approximately the same age as Kate Bishop in theory, but Yelena should be 5 years older than her. But she's not, because she got snapped away.
So no one aged during the blip.
If you got snapped away, you did not age.
So that means now Clint is 5 years older than his wife, than he was before.
Yes.
He lost his whole family.
Yes.
Which is good that all the kids went together.
Yes. True. You haven't seen Ant-Man, have you?
Yeah, I have.
You have?
Yeah, because he's in the van. Where was he during the blip? He was in the van.
Right. He was in the quantum realm. Yeah. But he got out. He got out because he was in the van.
Right. Yes.
In which I'm still trying to understand. But he got out, and his daughter was like itty bitty baby, not really, toddler, maybe 6. I don't know.
It's been a while since I've seen it, but now I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, and then when he came back, she was like an adult.
Yeah.
Like, what? Gassy. Not a baby anymore.
No. All right. Anything else? I got that. I got watching WandaVision. Again, that's a little timeliney, but it's not much. I think I can handle it.
I think you can. I'm not saying you can't handle Loki. I knew it would come out wrong. I'm just saying that it's confusing.
All right. Okay.
And it has a lot of references to other
parts of the universe.
Yes, because Loki is a big part in not only the Thor movies, obviously, because Loki's Thor's brother,
right, but
as a villain of the Avengers. So he's kind of everywhere.
Gotcha.
So it flashes back and it's everywhere.
All right. WandaVision it is.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
We'll be talking about Grey's here in a minute.
Stay tuned for Grey's Anatomy. If you would like to comment, you can search Harper Radio, yes, on YouTube.
Yes, please comment. Please join the chat.
Chris is lonely.
I'm very lonely.
All right, we will be back.
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hi, this is Jeff from Dexter's Radio Hour. I pride myself on playing well-engineered records with a message every Monday and Friday at 6 p.m. on WHCM. But sometimes my alter ego, Dexter, takes over, and I kind of black out, and I don't know what's going to be on the show until I hear it on the radio.
It's time to taste what you most fear. Right, God will not help you here. Release your soul.
All right, we are back with Streaming Verse. Quick disclaimer, the thoughts and ideas presented on this show are our own and are not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. Grey's Anatomy.
Well, and I would like to also say we've got one viewer on our YouTube page. Someone go join them. Go to YouTube Live, look for Harper Radio, click video, join the very mute discussion that's happening right now. Because I've only asked people, what has everyone been watching this week, and no one responded. But let's see that number get up to 2.
You know what?
Do it from Mars.
Do it from Mars, who is working. It's funny because my parents are watching it on the TV, so that's why they never comment, because they have it on the TV. So Deegan, how about you pull out your phone, buddy?
Say something.
Please.
All right, Grey's.
Okay, am I starting this one off?
You are allowed to start, but I've got some big comments I'm super excited about.
Okay, I'll just start off and just say that I thought that the episode kind of was like, oh yeah, this is the Grey's Anatomy. I know I know we briefly talked about this before, but I was kind of like, okay, this is the big Grey's Anatomy style tragedy, like chaos, a lot happening, like this is what it used to be.
Right, that's how it started.
Yeah.
There was always 8,000 tragedies happening.
Right.
Right. Yeah, right. That you are correct about that. I just don't think I care so much about some of them anymore.
That's completely fair.
Can we go straight to a spoiler?
Yeah.
Because this really excited me. So seeing Link and Joe talk and knowing
Yes.
how she feels about him
Yes.
and knowing how he's lamenting over Amelia, who's basically said 8,000 times, I'm done with you,
Yeah.
regardless of getting married or not. I just wanted to strangle him.
Mhm.
And the whole like, but I have to go, I have to do this. And I've never ever felt this way about another human being before when their heart is crushed. I was so happy and excited
Yep.
to see that boy's heart get crushed when he saw that kiss.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I was so like, oh my god, they're kissing. It's so cute. And then I saw him and I was like, he deserved that.
He does.
He deserved it.
He never listened.
No.
And I think Joe can do better at this point. But
Yeah.
yeah. Now, I wasn't really happy about the kiss, just so you know. I was happy that it happened,
Mhm.
but I felt like Amelia would have been more nervous about it. Like,
Yeah. I feel like
I just feel like it wasn't staged the right way.
yeah.
That's what
It-
the kiss itself, I was super happy for.
That's a good point. Cuz it wasn't really true to character.
Yes.
Cuz she's always like, ah! Like I love her.
Yeah.
I'm saying that with love, but she's always kind of all over the place, and she was just like, she was the one calming someone else down, which
It would have
What?
been better also too if they would have been more the same height. And I think like in terms of they were doing something where it accidentally happened. Like
Mhm.
climbing up something and freaking
Right.
out about something, and she turned around and
Right.
she's at eye level, and like,
yeah,
that would have been more to her character.
right.
think.
Like just chaos.
Yes. Yeah.
That's just the energy that she expels. Yeah, but I was happy that they. Oh, is Deegan there?
We got a comment. No.
Really?
Someone named Dan that you might know.
It's my
I know,
dad.
Yeah. Add one more to your number. Yes. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate it. We got 2.
Thanks, Dad.
Hey, my mom is only not on here because she's asleep.
Yeah, that's true.
Because she's in England. Like, I also don't want to paint a picture that my mom's, sound asleep at 7:30 at night.
It's England.
It's England. It's
Yeah.
like 1:30 in the morning. She's sound asleep right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's watching.
Great.
Thank you. But yeah, so I was excited about the kiss, just not the
Yeah.
choreographed. The way it was choreographed.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it.
No, I agree with that. Because I think I was more just like, finally something's happening.
Yes.
So I was.
Yeah, I was happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole heart thing, though, like, it was really getting on my nerves.
I don't know why. No storyline. Like, no dramatic storyline I have not cared about. And then Farouk enters. And, you know what? It's probably because Megan's a redhead. I have a soft spot for redheads.
Oh, okay.
Natasha Romanoff.
Natasha.
I have a soft spot for redheads. But Owen. No. Okay, anyways.
So only female redheads.
So only
Let's
female
classify
redheads.
this.
Yeah. So then Megan came in the picture and Farouk, and I was like, wow, I'm actually like attached to this, like, oh my god. And then the crash, and I'm like, oh my god. And then at the very end of the episode, I was like, because I watched it this morning, so I was like,
Okay.
today's gonna be a great day. My favorite character, Amelia, and I'm going to sound like a terrible person right now,
They're all fictional characters.
They're
it's fine.
all fictional characters. I was like, Amelia got kissed, and Owen might be dead.
He might,
So
yeah. That's what we're supposed to be thinking for a while now. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's on tonight. I didn't. I forgot to check that.
I don't know.
Let me go to TV Time.
There you
Like,
go.
here's an ad for TV Time.
Right.
TV Time, if you add your shows in here, will actually let you know if it's on. No new show tonight.
No, okay.
Which I guess I knew. But forgot because I've been checking to go, are there any new shows?
Right.
Yeah. But okay, so speaking of things that I know I nitpick a lot at Grey's.
Mhm.
That said, February 27th is Killing Eve.
Did you see the preview? Sorry, I got so excited I forgot how to talk.
No, I have not seen the preview yet, but I'm super excited about it.
I'm so excited.
So much so. So, I forgot. Oh, the no cell phone signal. I'm so tired of that
Oh my god.
being like a giveaway for writers. It's like you're a lazy writer.
Mhm.
Learn how to write something better.
Mhm.
Like, they were in the back. Like,
Yeah.
I could have handled that more if they like, oh, we all threw our cell phones into this bag. Like, if you saw them getting into their car and they just didn't have their cell phones.
Right.
I could have handled that.
Right.
But the whole, oh, there's no signal. It's like, that's lazy writing. Just like every time they need to break to a new scene, a lot of times now someone gets a phone call.
Mhm.
Like, no, like, that's lazy writing.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. And when they were in the car, I'm noticing a theme here with mental health and Grey's Anatomy. I don't know if this is always the case, but I couldn't think of any examples that were like shooting at me, you know what I mean? But in Grey's Anatomy, I have noticed that when anyone brings up mental health, or anyone who suffers from mental health,
It's very serious what you're talking about, but I have something for you to share with you.
Oh no, okay. But whenever it's brought up, it's always turned into, okay, they're going to the psych ward. Lexi Gray, when she had the PTSD from the shooting episode, they just brought her to the psych ward and then everything was fine. Joe Wilson, they did the same thing.
Oh, that's true. She shouldn't be fine.
No, brought her to the psych ward. Oh, she's magically fine.
Right.
Like, mental illness is a disease.
It's a one and done on Grey's Anatomy.
Apparently, they have this platform, they should advocate for it and tell the people that it is an actual disease, not just like, oh, you just go to the psych ward for a little bit and you're fine.
Right. Yeah, this whole thing with Megan and bringing it up. Now, it is good that he brought it up,
Mm-hmm.
to discuss, but like you said, it can't be a one and done.
Right. And what
Because
I'm...
now that she's had these feelings, anything can make them creep back.
Exactly. And the fact that Hayes was taking it seriously, but everyone else in that car was like, oh, no, she'll be fine once Farouk's fine. Like, just dismissing it. Like, oh, it's Megan. She's fine.
And she was a POW for years.
She was a prisoner of war.
Yes,
Oh.
Sorry.
I'm not good with abbreviations.
I know. I grew up, it used to be a bumper sticker. Like, you'd always see
Okay.
it, so POW.
Liquid paper. I don't know.
I know, yeah. This is where we have our age gap differences. Luckily, they're few and far between.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she was a POW,
Yeah.
and that's going to give her definitely,
Yeah.
you know.
And they're like, oh, she's in therapy. She's fine. I'm like, it's not how it works.
Guess who is getting AMC Plus?
I knew Deegan was going to get it.
Oh, no.
No, it's not Deegan. It's my dad.
Yes.
Yeah, for Deegan.
But it's no, so you
Probably.
can watch Killing Eve, though, because that's where Killing Eve is going to be.
Oh. My mom just texted me. She said, sorry I can't respond because my phone can't upload the app. Thanks for the effort, Mom. That's okay.
But yeah, so no, because that way you can watch Killing Eve.
Killing Eve is on there?
Yes.
Thanks, Dad.
Yep. BBC. He's thinking of you. Forget Deegan.
Deegan, I knew the second that you said that. I was like, Deegan, I'm going to come home and Deegan's going to have it.
He wrote, no, it's for Nina.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No,
Sure it is.
Your brother's not here, just your dad. So, but yeah, no, it's I'm excited. Like I'm all
I'm
excited.
so
for AMC
excited.
Plus. I've actually watched Soulmates on there as well already, which is a really interesting show.
Okay.
It's about a test you can take to find your soulmate,
Mm.
and it's basically shows how it's kind of ridiculous, like, which is
Okay.
like each episode kind of explores
Yeah.
that, like the
Kind of like The Good Place. Have you seen that?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, I love The Good Place.
The whole soulmates thing is so funny.
Right. You know, it's not saying that they're not a good match, but it doesn't mean they're perfect.
Right.
And they start exploring all the different things about what could happen with your soulmate. It was actually really interesting.
I'm writing this down.
And it's on AMC Plus.
And it's funny because before you said AMC Plus, I didn't even know it was a thing. I'd never heard of AMC Plus.
There's so many different platforms. Like there's
So
cropping
many.
up everywhere. AMC Plus, I would have to say, is within 6 months new, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a newer
That's
one.
okay.
And AMC doesn't have a... I didn't think it had a lot of stuff, but it does have BBC. And it also has some Doctor Who stuff. So I'm very confused in who has all the Doctor Who. Is it HBO Max or is it AMC Plus? Because it seems to be both. So I'm very confused about
Right.
that. I haven't looked into it to figure that out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
And we're kind of... Are we done with our Grey's Anatomy?
I think we are. I just wanted to say one thing. Number one, I was actually going to stop the clip and run downstairs to show my mom, but she wasn't at home at the time because they mentioned Prince, which is her all-time favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about, from Minnesota, like he's the best you can get. And I can't remember who said it, but they got all defensive and they were like, Prince is from Minnesota. I think it was Weber. And it just made me laugh because I was like, Prince, obviously. Like, come on.
Don't mess with Prince.
Yeah.
he is.
And the episode started with Sleeping at Last, which is one of my favorite musical artists. And he does a lot of music for the show. But it made me very happy. That's literally the first thing I wrote down.
Nice. I like the fact that Neurotic Maggie is back, and she was right.
Yes.
That made me so happy when I saw her like getting all worked up about something that at the time seemed stupid.
Mhm.
Like that storyline, I was actually really happy about.
Yeah, because it's in character.
Yes. Yeah. That's her character.
Right.
And she's right. And then, of course, she was proven right towards the end of the episode.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be interesting.
It is going to be very interesting. And what's it going to do to Richard and his ego?
Oof.
I actually have, I think we should take our break, but
Yeah.
we have a couple things to wrap up, and I have a fun fact for you
Okay.
when we come back.
We will be right back.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Hey there, listener. Do you enjoy listening to genres like indie and alt-rock? Do you enjoy listening to bands and artists like Gorillaz and Spoon? Well, you are in luck, because The Die with Brian D has got you covered. My show features a wide variety of artists and bands to listen to. Want to tune in? Well, make sure to be there every Wednesday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. on 88.3 WHCM Harper Radio. Radio done differently.
I accidentally cut him off a little there.
Yeah.
Radio done differently.
There you go. So that's about it for the show, but I forgot to mention something when we were talking about Hawkeye and Black Widow.
Okay.
So there's another show that I've been watching. It's called Mayor of Kingstown.
Okay.
And it's it's Jeremy Renner's in it. And
Okay.
So it's on Paramount Plus, I believe, is the station. It's the station that it's actually on, but it's on Paramount Plus is how you can watch it. All right.
Okay.
And it's actually really dark and gruesome, but it's a good show. It's about a town that has multiple prison systems in it. So basically the town is corrupt.
Yeah.
And as mayor of Kingstown, he's more or less like the negotiator between all the different entities.
Interesting.
Well, at one point, he's having problems with a bear. He does not want to kill the bear. I'd like to make this point said to anyone listening, especially Nina.
Thank you.
But someone like warns him. It's like, you got to be careful because if the bear is coming to your, house, your property, and your mama bear is going to find out the baby bear is hanging out.
Right.
So guess what he buys to defend his property?
Bow and arrow.
Yes, he does.
Amazing. Amazing.
So it was a cute, throwback to Hawkeye.
Yeah.
So he buys his bow and arrow, and it's one of those ones that fold up. He has this little case for it and everything. And he's a pretty decent shot.
Nice.
Yeah. So I wanted to share that with you because it was cute. As soon as I saw him bring out the bow and arrow, and of course because I watched Hawkeye,
Yeah.
I was all up to date. I was like, "Aw." I mean, I already knew it was Hawkeye. Don't get me wrong. But
Yeah.
Because I have seen the Marvel movies, but it was cute.
Yeah.
And it is interesting. It's very dark. I don't know about you, but I'm getting so sick of, I'm realizing I need more light because I think all of these creative types who are writing and producing shows have been brought down from the pandemic, so everything they're writing is dark.
Yes.
So I was like, what can I watch? Because even like I told you, Silent Night was more of a horror Christmas movie. Hawkeye isn't really super positive. Now, there's humorous elements that I like. So I started watching The Great.
Okay.
Which is on Hulu. Have you seen The Great?
No.
You've never seen The Great?
No.
Oh, wow. No, I would think it would be up your alley. It's about Catherine the Great and in Russia, and it's loosely based on history.
Okay.
And it has some parts of it that are true, in terms of history, but it's also funny. And how she takes over Peter the third, I forget what he is, second or the second. And he makes him abduct the throne and everything. So it's on the second season, but it's more funny than it is necessarily dark and depressing. But
nice.
It's funny.
If you need some lighthearted stuff, just go over to Disney Plus. It's where I am.
I don't want the kid stuff though. I don't I don't watch animation.
Chris. Animation is not for kids.
You know what I think though? I've really thought about this since you brought this up. Why my thing against automation. I also don't like masks. I think because of some trauma in my childhood, and this is going to sound maybe too dire, but I think this is my connection, that when I don't see what people are saying or how they're talking, it makes me uncomfortable. So when you're looking at animation, you're not seeing what the person's thinking or saying.
Interesting.
Now, I'm not saying I'm anti-animation. I've seen Frozen. I've seen
Thank God.
Toy Story. I've seen all these things, but it's not my go-to, and I'm wondering if that isn't part of the tie-in to it.
Interesting. I have a funny story about Disney Plus that I'll tell you after the show, but
okay.
It's too long.
Why all the pluses? Why Disney
don't
Plus?
know.
What because
Paramount
there's a
Plus.
Disney Channel. I guess that's why. Paramount Plus. Yeah.
Oh, because it's like an addition to
the
the
channel. That makes sense. Just as I asked the question.
That makes sense
I
now,
answered it
but
as I said it, yeah, because it's AMC plus more, and a
Shouldn't it
lot
be
of this isn't on.
plus Disney then?
Disney Plus is because there's a Disney Channel.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be like plus Disney? Like more Disney? Never mind. It doesn't make any sense.
They should have gotten more creative, but they also have their brand name, so
That's true.
That's a tough one. Even AMC has a brand name because of The Walking Dead, which is not what I want to watch.
Yeah, good point.
What were you gonna say about The Walking Dead or AMC?
I was just gonna the AMC and Walking Dead.
Yeah,
2 and 2.
Yes,
yeah,
that's why it has a brand name now.
Got it.
It used to be where you'd go to watch your Christmas movies. Not anymore.
AMC Plus?
No, AMC, American Movie Channel. Like it used to be movie channel. It used to be where you'd go like,
Chris.
Oh, let's watch It's a Wonderful Life.
All I'm thinking about right now is the movie theater.
The what?
The movie theater chain, AMC.
Oh, gotcha.
I didn't realize it was. My bad.
You want another weird brand name thing since we're just killing time at this point?
Yeah.
LG. You know that brand name LG?
Yeah, like the phone?
Like the phone.
Okay, good.
You know what?
Life's good.
If you spelled it out, what it actually originated as?
What?
Lucky Gold Star. That's the brand. They changed it from being Lucky because it's like a Chinese brand.
Interesting.
So it's Lucky Gold Star, and they changed it to LG. which made it, sound hipper and cooler.
Yeah.
Versus Lucky Gold Star.
This has relatively nothing to do with what you just said, but there's another one of those that, again, it's not related much, but in Frozen, because I'm a child, they have, the yoo big summer blowout, that guy?
Yes.
The sauna.
Yes.
Yeah. It's Wandering Oaken's trading post. If you mix up the letters, it's naked Norwegians.
So similar but different.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is interesting though, like when you actually break down some of where these acronyms, you have no idea. Like, it's American Movie Channel.
I know. I was just like, AMC theaters, get your popcorn.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep, like Turner Movie Classics, TMC.
I know that name.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw one of my favorite Christmas movies, Christmas in Connecticut.
My brother just watched that one.
It's from like the 40s. It's so funny watching it. I learned something, which I can't tell you what it is now, because I forgot. But I did learn. I'm like, oh, that makes sense that they would have done that back then. Because, obviously, I wasn't around anywhere near the 40s myself. No. But it's just interesting, some of the stuff that's in it. It's like, that must have been commonplace at the time.
Right. Yeah.
But your brother saw it?
Yeah, he just watched it, 2 times with my grandparents, I think.
Nice.
He was like, Grandma, we gotta finish it. My grandma was like, fine, I gotta go watch Christmas in Connecticut.
It's a good movie.
I wasn't invited to go watch it, so.
Not one of the boys.
No, I'm not one of the boys, God knows.
All right, well, thanks to everyone who tuned in, everyone who was on Harper Radio, YouTube, live, mostly the Stoner family.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, family.
This was a fun show today.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be back. I missed being in here last week.
We missed having you too. I was stuck with my brother. It was awful. I'm kidding.
I know, we got to keep him in his place though.
We do.
We have to have talks with him about being a guest co-host and what that means.
Mm-hmm.
And it means that you do not insult the actual co-hosts.
Oh boy. Yeah, I went home last week.
So
it's chaos.
We're going to be back next week with a guest, another guest.
Yes. Another guest.
And maybe some trivia.
Yes.
We've got to do the trivia. I got to figure out what you two both like.
Oh no.
Do you both watch Marvel?
Yes. I can write the trivia, but that would be cheating.
It's going to be so much more fun if I'm doing the trivia and you two are answering it.
It's true.
That'll be fun for me.
Well, yeah, for you. All right. You are listening to the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. Wow, I did that all in one breath.
Good job. That is a lot.
Felt a little lightheaded there.
Keep it tuned to WHCM. You can always find us on Twitter at streaming_verse. If you missed the show, you can always check out the replays on YouTube, Harper Radio. Find any shows that you missed in the past as well.
Even the ones with no audio.
Even the ones with no audio. If you're good at if you want to learn how to read lips, there's your practice right there.
There you go. All right. We will see you in the new year.
Yeah.
Yikes. 2022.